हेलो नमस्कार गुड डे एवरीवन। मैं हूं सुरुचि बजाज के ग्रुप कॉर्पोरेट कम्युनिकेशंस टीम से बजाज टॉकीज सीजन 4 के इस दूसरे एपिसोड में ही, जहां हम बात कर रहे हैं एम्प्लॉय हेल्थ सेफ्टी इनिशिएटिव्स, एनवायरनमेंट इनिशिएटिव्स। हमारे इन इनिशिएटिव्स को टॉप अप करते हुए आज हम आपके लिए लेकर आए हैं ये न्यूज़ कि बजाज एनर्जी को बैक टू बैक इन द सेकेंड ईयर मिल गया है ग्रेट प्लेस टू वर्क विद का सर्टिफिकेशन।
Dear all, I am highly delighted to share that Bajaj Energy has been recognized among the top 100 great mid-sized workplaces by the Great Place to Work Institute. This remarkable achievement is a proud testament to our unwavering efforts in shaping Bajaj Energy into a truly deserving great place to work. We have been able to achieve a staggering trust index score of 91, which is the highest among the top 100 best mid-sized companies in energy, oil and gas space. Let me tell you, not just the trust index score, we have excelled on all other dimensions of assessment as well. That is credibility, respect, fairness, pride and camaraderie, far ahead compared to previous years. I am sure that we will keep adding more and more feathers like this in our cap in future too, and take the nation-centric legacy of our Bajaj Group to newer heights under the visionary leadership of our beloved Chairman Shri Kushagne Bajaj ji. As we celebrate this recognition, let us continue to nurture our values, strengthen our bonds and work together towards making Bajaj Energy an even better place to work, the one where aspirations take flight and every success story is built together. Thanks to all once again for being an integral part of this great and evolving journey of our organization. Jai Hind.
हमारे साथ हैं मिस्टर मोहित सक्सेना, हेड एचआर बजाज एनर्जी, जिनसे हम बात करने वाले हैं अबाउट आर एम्प्लॉय इनिशिएटिव्स, पीपल इनिशिएटिव्स, एंड ही इज हियर टुडे टू रिसीव दिस अवार्ड। कांग्रेचुलेशंस मोहित जी।
Thank you so much. Happy to be part of the 4th edition of Bajaj Talkies, and it's always a pleasure to speak about the good things we keep doing and about the appreciation which the company has received under the Great Place to Work certification. So there is a lot which I would like to share. A big thank you to the management, to Chairman Sir and to the leadership team for supporting us, encouraging us and taking all the initiatives and making it a more inclusive and a great place to work for all the employees.
Yes, and talking about Bajaj Energy, which is from energy, oil sector, usually इतनी ज़्यादा चीज़ें यहाँ पर नहीं होती हैं इन sectors में, which is a more secluded sector. We are not B2C companies जहाँ पर ज़्यादातर बातें होती हों एम्प्लॉय एंगेजमेंट एक्टिविटीज़ की या इस तरह की, बट फिर भी वर्क कल्चर के मामले में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे? What is so special about Bajaj Energy?
See, Bajaj as a company has been there since the pre-independence era. The name, the brand Bajaj name carries a lot of prestige and recognition and sense of pride amongst its own self. So, one very interesting fact which came out in the survey was that all the employees in the company have a very high level of pride, high sense of pride being associated with this company, because they see this company as a legacy company working since 100 years in the rural and urban areas, impacting lives of people in the communities they are around. In terms of the practices and policies in Bajaj, though we may be in the power sector where the practices may not be so prevalent in terms of best practices, but as Bajaj Energy, I think we have some of the best practices which we have been following, all people-centric, people-focused practices where people are seen as key assets of the organization and their voice matters, their feedback matters. In all the interactions, the focus has been there to make it an inclusive culture, to see how employees can actually thrive and grow with the company and how the company can grow together. So from that perspective, in the past 2-3 years, there has been a concentrated effort in terms of looking at all the HR practices and putting in the best practices from the external place into the system and improving on your internal practices to make it a great place to work, which is the result that today we are happy to say and we are proud to say that Bajaj Energy is recognized as one of the best companies in oil, energy and gas sector. It is recognized as one of the best workplaces in health and wellness. It has also been recognized as one of the best places in mid-sized places in manufacturing sector. Today we've been recognized as top 100 India great mid-sized places to work, which is an accreditation of the people's sentiment and the management support and commitment within the organization.
And talking about wellness initiatives, work culture, if there is something that you would like to elaborate and talk about, what are those initiatives that you really think have made a difference in last 2-3 years?
So I think there have been that good practices which also constantly have been going on being done in the company, even previously, even now. The only thing is we have made it more inclusive in terms of making it more employee centric, in terms of taking their feedback and adding small inputs from them in improvising the policies. Like I'll give you some good examples. There is a very concentrated effort in terms of employee wellness initiative which happens across the year throughout in the companies, in the units, in the plants, which involves not only the employees but their families and kids and spouses and all of them, through various efforts related to wellness, yoga, Zumba classes, physical training, sports and other activities. So this builds in camaraderie, pride, trust amongst each other as employees work in the team and in the plant. They work as a more cohesive function, but the families also get so closely connected with the employee that they feel that this is a very safe and inclusive place to work. So the beautiful point or aspect in this is that the attrition ratios in the company are as low as single digit numbers, which are not to be seen in any of the competition or sectors which we work in. Like we ended up with an attrition of 6.53. The reason behind that is employees feel that they are valued, employees feel their families are valued. We have done certain initiatives like the Bajaj Seva Samman Awards, recognizing employees for the loyalty and commitment that they've been with the organization. So to our excitement and surprise, out of 950 employees, we had 650-700 employees receiving the Bajaj Seva Samman Award under different categories of 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years and all that. Right. This shows that there's a high level of commitment and loyalty and pride being associated with the organization to work with. Second, if we speak about employee policies, there is new initiatives like the Academic Excellence Award which we have started. Now this came as a feedback from employees, that employees working in townships have their students who are pursuing higher studies, they are excelling in the classes in colleges, in medical and engineering and entrance exams. So we thought, shouldn't we recognize these kids who have been outperforming and doing well? That is where, with the approval of Chairman Sir, we started a academic excellence policy for our kids of employees, and employees who have excelled well are being recognized in a forum. They feel privileged, the parents feel privileged. Some of our employees in the technical department who work in the plant and the shop floor, their children have got good ranks in engineering and medical colleges, which is a sense of pride for them as well and even for us. So creating forums like this helps to create a very inclusive culture. There are ladies clubs which we have formed in all the plants and unit locations. This ladies clubs drive a lot of activities which takes care of the physical, mental and wholesome development of children and families through the various initiatives which go on. So the web of all these activities which involves people getting coordinated into different initiatives keeps them happy and going, and I think that is changing the culture. One very interesting facet which we saw is about fairness. Bajaj Energy is scored high even on the fairness perspective, other than all the other perspectives related to credibility, pride, trust, camaraderie, all that. So the employees feel that they have a fair appraisal happening with their managers and they're being rewarded for the right kind of work that they're doing, and there is no favoritism in the work. We completed appraisals for the company within 31st March and the appraisal letters were distributed in the first week of April. In power sector, none of the companies have completed the appraisals at this speed. So when employees are being recognized, their families are being taken care, their mental, physical, wholesome development is being taken care of, and they're being given the right kind of rewards. It creates that environment of happiness. it creates that environment to make them feel it's a great place to work.
I would like to talk about the different locations in Uttar Pradesh. We have 6 power plants in Uttar Pradesh. In fact, some of them are really in remote locations where there are issues related to connectivity or rains, monsoon. But then every time we've supported our employees with the required infrastructure, whatever they need in these times. So would you like to talk about these things as well?
So, where there is one challenge, the plants are sometimes located at remote locations. There is a constant endeavor by our team, by the HR team at the local locations and the corporate team to take initiatives related to health and wellness by doing specific tie-ups with hospitals and institutions which can provide advanced medical facility for our people. Management, right from the MD sir and specifically chairman sir, when he goes to the plants and the units, actually ensures to see that he is engaging in a one-on-one interaction through town halls with employees and is listening to all the feedback of employees which is coming from them in terms of the challenges which they see with respect to the limitations of places. One step which we took with Chairman Sir's input was enhancing the mediclaim limits for all the employees and standardizing it uniformly across the employees, and even beyond the mediclaim limit coverage. If there is a need for an employee where there is some wellness requirement, where there are funds to be required, constant approvals are given so that the family of the employee is being taken care of. This initiative is not seen in many organizations because they have a policy which restricts it, that we are not going beyond this number. But here we deal with people with heart rather than with process and policies and SOP. That's how Chairman Sir drives it. There is a foundation which actually provides specialized treatment for your body aches, pains, sprains, muscle pains and all that which may be there. We are organizing health related wellness camps in the coming months for all our employees and their families, kids and dependent parents to avail facilities which probably will not be available in those locations. I think that's one good thing which speaks a lot about this organization.
Yeah. The one thing that you mentioned, that we drive our business through emotions and not really through policies, I think that's a very important part, and that is something I've also observed, and I think all of us employees can vouch for it, that at Bajaj Group, all our companies, the emotional connect with the employees, and like you mentioned, the fairness factor also, like there's no favoritism. These are factors that I think drive the consistency for any employee with a company, with an employer, how the employees become our ambassadors in a certain way. And the figures here really define that. We have ranked in top 25 for health and wellness. We have ranked in top 50 for oil, gas and energy, even in manufacturing sector. So going forward, what are these initiatives that you are thinking about currently that you're going to drive employee engagement even further for our company?
So when you speak of employee engagement, what becomes necessarily important is that post the emotional, physical, mental well-being and the rewards, recognitions, the appraisals, the promotion, the fairness, people want to be associated with a purpose. People want to be associated so that they feel a sense of pride in the kind of job that they're doing. Constantly, we are also focused upon looking at how do we ensure people capability development. What is it that we do differently in terms of enhancing their feel and experience about the learning which they get on the job. Basis the learning which they get on the job, how can we actually transform that into a proper career path for them to meet their aspirational needs and meet the needs of the organization, because currently the organization is at that tipping point where we are seeing a lot of opportunity in terms of growth to happen in multiple areas. Then talent becomes one critical force for the organization to work with, and we have a great talent pool within the organization which is always also envied by the competition, and so we have a lot of pressure of our employees being hired by a lot of competition organizations and other organizations which are now scaling up their operations. They would want to easily pick up talent from us because they know our talent is the best. But we would like to reinforce to all our employees that you all recognize that you're part of a great place to work. You've seen this journey, you've been part of it, your loyalty and commitment has paid it. So there's a growth path which is there for all of us in it, and there are opportunities which are going to come. So we want to see that how we transform people capability development, skill development, and career paths for all the individuals in the organization so that they feel they have an accomplished career, and it reinforces the belief of being a great place to work. That would be our focus for the future.
Right, and like you mentioned, the sector in itself, the power sector in India is growing at breakneck speed, I can say. And I would also like to inform our audience that in the coming episodes, we will talk about the environment and carbon footprint, how we are reducing the carbon footprint at our LPGCL plant. So we will do more interviews on ground with them. But here, any last message, last words that you would like to share with our audience?
Exactly. Again, I would like to thank the entire team, all the employees, and actually being recognized as top 100 India great mid-sized workplaces. It's a joint effort. It's a sentiment echo of all the employees, the feedback that they feel it's a great place to work. This would not have happened without their support, without the support of the management. And like you said, the carbon footprint, sustainability, and things like this are interesting topics which become the focus. There are a lot of initiatives with the teams drive at the plant level in terms of ensuring reduction in carbon footprint and sustainability practices, and basis which our company and our units are rewarded at the CII national level and at different forums for the initiatives which they take. We will also keep a constant endeavor to support those initiatives to make employees more involved and engaged in this initiative so that we can keep this sustainability agenda on.
Yes.
Thank you once again, and congratulations to the entire team of Bajaj Energy for being recognized as India's top 100 great mid-sized workplaces.
Yes, thank you so much.